As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world, means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all. But it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III.
All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rukra Kodash. I want to say give double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders, a great millstone, for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity, and for ruling well. And salutations to the elect. Lord willing, we're some of those men and women that believe in fear in the name of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and are patiently waiting for the day of salvation. Hey, I'm the brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another quick lesson, and it's inspired by this video that I just played for you, right? So we going to see if Donald Trump is a prophet or not, right? Because this dude just said that there is going to be no World War III. He said that the World War III, they said World War III is going to start in the Middle East. Is not. They're in adulation today because the so-called Israeli, so-called Palestinian peace plan is enacted. It really is not no real peace, right? And this guy don't know what he's talking about. The scriptures say the Most High's word doesn't go out vain. All right, real quick, this is the book of I'll go to this one. I got to start it up. 1 Thessalonians 5, the points in 3, right? And it says, But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Right? In the NLT it says, for you know quite well that the day of the Lord, matter of fact, let me keep reading in verse 2 in the KJV. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? In the NLT it says, now concerning how and when all this will happen, dear brothers and sisters, we don't really need to write to you, right? Because we know through the prophecies, the scriptures tell us to measure the time diligently in itself, right? For you know quite well that the day of the Lord's return will come unexpectedly, like a thief in the night. When people are saying everything is peaceful and secure, then disaster will fall on them as suddenly as a pregnant woman's labor pains begins, and there will be no escape. Exactly. So DJ Trump, he's sowing false hope, right? He's trying to create doubt in the minds of the believers of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. But that doubt ain't going to be made, and it's definitely not going to turn away our hearts, because we know what time it is. We looking at the prophecies in the scriptures. We looking at the things that are happening, the uprisings of the people, the famines, the wars, the plagues, the rumors of wars. All of this shit happening. Nation going against nation. America is on its last pinky toe, right? It's teeter-totter into civil unrest. And this guy's over in the state of Israel basking in the adulation of those small hats, claiming that they brought peace, but he didn't bring no peace. Ain't no real peace was established in that shit. Just because some people released some hostages and they let some people go back into Gaza, right? The war is still coming to America. The war is still coming to Israel, and the state of Israel is going to bring America into the war. And if you saw, I was watching this video earlier this morning, my time, when he was in Israel and he was speaking. And I watched the different speeches from the different people like Netanyahu. I'm not sure who the guy was between Trump and the president of Israel, but you know, this guy's Trump asking the people. He asked the president of Israel, "Hey man, get this guy a pardon." The guy he was saying give a pardon was Netanyahu, because Netanyahu's a war criminal, right? His own people don't even like him, just like America, right? Trump's a criminal, and his own people in America don't like him. But see, they don't look at their people of their country as anything to listen to. right? They want to try to put it in their minds and say, oh, yeah, everything's going to be okay, right? There's not going to be no third world war if we're smart. You're not smart, because the Most High said this is going to happen. And unlike your name, Trump, Trump's word doesn't trump Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? Trump's word doesn't trump Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's word, right? And if I want to shorten up the title, I'd say Trump's word doesn't trump the Lord's word. It doesn't, right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 4. I'm sorry. Revelation. Hold on. Just bear with me, brothers. Revelation. I know 11 and 4. Oh, it might be 14. Revelation 14. Yep. Salakia. This is the book of, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 7, right? And it says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not. Neither was there a place found any more in heaven, right? So during this, it's going to be a third world war. And when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's coming back from the east to the west. What is he doing in the east? He's going to meet the world's armies in the Middle East. Him, Michael the archangel, Yahweh Shai, Michael the archangel, and the rest of the heavenly host of angels, they're going to destroy Esau's army and the rest of the world's armies in the Middle East. At the same time, it's going to be nuclear war. So nuclear missiles are going to be flying across the earth, mainly towards America, from its allies, other nations, right? Russia, okay? And these nations, where is this war going to be at? This war is going to be in the Middle East, all right? This war is going to be in the Middle East. Real quick, this is, it says it's hinder parts. Hinder parts. This is the book of, Salakia, Utmost C. Utmost C. Right. This is the this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 20, this is the good chapter. The whole chapter is good because it talks about the day of the Lord. It talks about the nuclear missiles, right? Joel 2 and 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army. What's that northern army? America. And will drive him into the land barren and desolate. What land is that that's barren and desolate? Salakia. What land is that that's barren and desolate? Is right here. This is Saudi Arabia, right? This is going to be the main theater of the war. This is the Middle East. And it's going to kick off because Israel's going to be invaded. The state of Israel is going to be invaded by the Russian armies and their allies, right? Because if you watch this, where Trump was speaking yesterday, he was in Israel. He was in the state of Israel yesterday at the Knesset, right? And they were talking about how, it's such a great victory for them and the Palestine Accord and agreements, the so-called war ended, right? But really, them Edomites got the best portion of whatever deal was made. That's why they were all excited, right? But the state and then Netanyahu kept talking about America has a friend in Israel, and Israel has a friend in America. They're the two closest. So the state of Israel is going to drag America in the war. They were talking about how Iran should never go nuclear. Iran can't have nuclear weapons and blah, 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 blah. Right? But that's going to happen. Right? And something's going to happen where the state of Israel goes into Iran, attacks Iran head on. Russia's going to get involved, and then America's going to get involved. It said the least of the flock shall draw them out. Right? So this northern army is America's army. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his and his ill savior shall come up because he have done great things, right? And his hinder parts, meaning his backside, is going to be facing the Red Sea. The utmost sea is the Gulf, the Euphrates, which turns into the Persian Gulf, right? Which eventually goes into the Arabian Sea, right? So this man is going to go into this area. It's like look at Saudi Arabia as one big boxing ring, and all the nation's armies are going to go into it, and they're going to fight. And that's the Third World War. And it's going to be fought with nuclear missiles, right? It's going to be fought with nuclear missiles, right? This is the book of Road and Blood. Road and Blood. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Because the Third World War, it ain't going to be like the first two world wars. The First World War, yeah, they had weapons, they had guns, they had bayonets, knives, swords, right? But mainly they wasn't dropping nuclear bombs, right? The atomic bomb got dropped late in the war on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. All right, it got knocked down and got knocked on them, but it wasn't an atomic war. It was just America decimating the Japanese, really testing out their weapons, right? And now we have nuclear weapons that surpass and are way more powerful than any atomic bomb. Okay, so the past wars that we on the earth, it was garments rolled in blood, swords, but this one's going to be what? With the fuel of fire, wood fire, that fuel that's going to fire up them nuclear missiles to go. All right, but Trump talking about it ain't going to be no war in the Middle East. You bugging.
As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure
that the state of Israel is already working with the United States.
That the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important.
Again, like we brought out earlier in the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction is going to come on them. There ain't going to be no peace and safety in the Middle East. None.
Place in the world means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. Never be a World War III. Smart, never be a world. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. Never be a World War III.
Yeah, all right. We're going to see about that because we know you're not smart. There is going to be a Third World War. And you know why Esau's so scared of this Third World War? You want to know why he's so scared? Because he knows it's the end of his world. It's over for him. After that comes our world now. Now you're in a righteous world. Now you're going to be under a righteous rulership. And you nations, starting with the elite banking families and all your world leaders, if they still alive, guess where they going? They're going to be the first fruits of slavery. They're going to be the first fruits of slavery. And Yahweh Shah is going to be the first slave master. And then every last one of us behind him, we going to be slave masters, man. Right? That's what's going to happen. Lord willing. All right? This Third World War, it's going. You can't stop it. You're not going to stop it. But this is called false hope, right? Esau is trying to sow false hope to his constituents. There is going to be a Third World War. He said there's not going to be a Third World War if we're smart. Let me play that again. I got to keep playing this because this is heavy, bro. Let me go back. Go back.
Have a World War III if we're going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. Never be a World War III.
Yeah, all right. He said there's not going to be a World War III. There's never going to be a World War III. All right. Hey, if anybody trusts Trump word, you're going to die, nigga. You're going to die. It's going to be a Third World War. It's going to be a Third World War. You motherfucking right. It's going to be a Third World War. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. All right, let's keep going. Let's go back into these precepts. Just let's get flock, shall draw. Right. This is the book of Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord. Right, because this is the counsel of Yahweh Shema Shai. Trump don't run nothing. The elite banking families don't own and run nothing for real, for real. Everything was given them to them by Yahweh Shema Shai. And the way the world is, the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, through his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai is going to destroy. Is going to destroy this place. He's fattening this place up for the kill. Right? He's fattening it up. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, that he have taken against Edom. Who is Edom? This is an Edomite right here. These are Edomites on this stage. Right? And other heathens. But these 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 Edomites. And them super elite banking families, them Edomites. Right? Hear this word, Esau. Right? That he have taken against Edom. Let me read that again. Therefore, hear the counsel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that he have taken against Edom, and his purpose, that he has purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them, man. Right? Right? It's over for you, man. The Most High, see, Esau's plans is to have no World War III. If we don't have a World War III, they think that's going to stop Yahweh Shai from coming back. If no World War III, then we can break prophecy. Right? You ain't going to break prophecy. Nobody can break prophecy, bro. You bugging. You tripping. Anybody believe this man, you going to be destroyed right along with this man. Right? He's the last king of America, bro. This is Nero, bro. And mark these brothers, take these videos that he's talking about, save them, archive them. Because when it go down, we're gonna prove him wrong. We're going to show that he's wrong. Like Esau is no prophet. Right? Esau is no prophet. The Lord's word trumps Trump's word. Right? The Lord's word trumps Donald Trump's word. Believe that. Mark these words, man. There's going to be a third world war. And who's the least of the flock? The state of Israel. He's the least of the Edomites. But he's the most powerful of the tribes of Esau. He's the head of the Edomites right now. You know what I'm saying? Team and them Germans, they right along with him. You got the Prime Minister of the UK, who just recently, a couple weeks ago, said that his whole country about to go into a digital ID mandate. Right? That's part of prophecy. Right? See, Esau's what he's trying to do, he's trying to play Jedi mind tricks with you, man. He's trying to wave his hand in front of your face while preparing for war behind him. He's trying to wave your hand in front of your face and say, oh, there's not going to be no war. Everything's going to be, there'll never be no World War III. Okay, we'll see about that. We'll see if what you say comes true. But we're telling you now, from the prophet's mouth, from the mouth of Yahweh Shai, there is going to be a World War III. There is going to be a draft. Most of these war-fighting age men going to war, and they're going to die. America is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles. America is going to have civil unrest. America is going to have death, destruction, plagues, pestilence. Yeah, America's economy is going to collapse. Yes. The RFID microchip is going to be mandated as the new form of currency, controlled currency. Right? And when that chip comes out and be made mandatory, the Yahweh Shai is coming back. It's going to be right around the time that World War III kicking off. And it's going to be hot. Fuck out of here talking about ain't going to be no World War III. You bugging, nigga. Fuck out. Who is you, man? You a man. You ain't no God. This is the book of Jeremiah. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, Jeremiah, suck it. Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon, which is America, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. That's right. Babylon is suddenly, and her wine is her fornication, her democracy, her libertarianism, her socialism, her homosexuality, her witchcraft, her wizardry. All these nations drunk that shit, man. And they mad. Right? And they made the whole earth drunk with that bullshit. Right? In the NLT, it says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hands, a cup that made the whole earth drunk. They made the whole earth drunk in wickedness and evil. The nations drank Babylon's wine, and it drove them all mad. And you look at the nations. Look at the different nations that America's allied with and went into. Every time they leave them worse off than they were. Right? They pick up the same philosophies. They pick up the same habits and ways and customs. Yeah. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. Right? It says in the NLT, but suddenly Babylon too has fallen. Weep for her. Give her medicine. Perhaps she can yet be healed. It says in the KJV, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. It says we would have helped her if we could, but nothing can save her now. See, nothing can save America. Nothing's going to save this place. Let her go. Abandon her. Return now to your own land. All these different people that are from these different countries, they're going to be trying to get out of America when they see the judgment coming. And a lot of them are leaving now. Right? Let us return now to your own lands, for her punishment reaches to the heavens. It is so great it cannot be measured. Right. And that's why when America is destroyed, it's gonna rock the earth, bro. The earth gonna roll to and fro. This ain't a building being destroyed. This ain't a small town being destroyed. It's a whole fucking continent, man. Gonna be destroyed, gonna be turned into a fucking desert after the fire subsides, man. It's a whole fucking continent going to be destroyed. And the state of Israel is going to be destroyed. That's how it's going to kick off. The state of Israel is going to be hit with nuclear missiles. Right? And Elder Barak told me that, I forget the name of it, but the state of Israel has a basically like a kill-all button. Basically, if another nation is shooting nuclear missiles over to its country, their thing is to implode the whole country. Oh, I'm sorry, if it's going to be invaded. If the state of Israel is going to be invaded by outside forces, they got a kill-all button. Basically, they'll destroy the whole fucking state of Israel just so to try to prevent an invasion happening. They do. And you know, once one nuclear missile go off, they all going to go off. It ain't going to be no damn isolated event. It's going to be a worldwide cataclysmic event. Right, this is this is the second death. It's lucky about that. The scripture says a man slipped with his tongue, but yet not in his heart. Right? So this is going to be a cataclysmic event. In the world, you people are simple. If you believe this bullshit, you believe you deserve what's coming to you.
As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world, means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all. But it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III.
There's going to be a World War III. This dude is trying to sow you with false hope. Right? That's a false hope. There is going to be a World War III. And a World War III is going to start in the Middle East. Right? Let's go to it. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38. Right? And what does it say? The prophecy about Gog. Who is Gog? Russia. And the future invasion of Israel. Right? I want to see that policy that Israel has. Slakia. Khan. Hey, Tawadi Halbach Shah. This is what Elder Barak Allah told me, and he showed me. This is called the Samson option. Right? The Samson option, a last resort deterrent strategy. The Samson option is Israel's unofficial deterrent strategy. The name refers to the biblical story of Samson, who pulled down the pillars of the temple, killing himself and his enemies in a final act of revenge. Nuclear ambiguity. Israel has a long-standing policy of nuclear opacity, right? Meaning it does not officially confirm or deny that it possesses nuclear weapons. The Samson option is a highly ambiguous yet significant element of the strategic posture. Existential threat. The strategy is based on the idea of a massive nuclear retaliation against any country that invades, threatens to destroy Israel. It is intended to be used only under the most extreme circumstances when the nation's very existence is at stake. So this is why it's going to be a nuclear war. This is how the state of Israel going to drag America into this nuclear war, bro. And we read about it right here in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38. So if Israel is going to be invaded by a country, their last resort is not to have diplomacy. Their last resort is not to have a joint sessions meeting with all these different nations. No, their last resort is to blow any country off the face of the map with nuclear missiles and destroy themselves. Because what happened when Samson pulled them pillars down? He died too with them Philistines. Right? That was his last. The Lord gave him his last strength, and he destroyed them Philistines, but he died along with them because the pillars collapsed on top of him. Okay? So here it is. You got the state of Israel telling you right here. I ain't make this up. This ain't come out of my pocket. It says the existential threat. The strategy is based on the idea of a massive nuclear retaliation against any country that invades and threatens to destroy Israel. And this is the reason why he keep crying wolf about Iran. Even though they want to destroy them too. They want to destroy America. They want America to be destroyed, and they want the state of Israel destroyed. Right? They want to try to get them Persians up out of there, but it ain't gonna happen, Jack. It ain't gonna happen. And this is why the Third World War is going to happen. Right? Right? This is beautiful, man. This is so beautiful. Call all Yahweh Shai Yahweh. Right? Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And again, Gog is Russia. Okay? And it's a prophecy against him too. He's an Edomite. And say, thus saith the Lord, power Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, I'm against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all with them, clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, what is Persia? Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer, right, which is Turkey, and all his bands. The house of Togomar, I believe Togomar is Turkey, Slovakia. Of all the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So it says in verse 7 in the NLT, get ready, be prepared, keep all the armies around you mobilized, and take command of them. So here it is, Russia's going to command its allies, right? It's going to command its allies, and they already ready to go be mobilized. Mobilized for what? For war. They're going to roll in the state of Israel. The state of Israel going to hit them with the Samson option, right? And then, like I said, once one nuclear missile go, it's a wrap. Once they all get nuclear, right? And the state of Israel is going to be hit with the nuclear missiles and destroyed too. It is going to be destroyed because it got to be cleansed. But the only difference between America and the state of Israel is that land, what they call the state of Israel today, is going to be rebuilt. But that nuclear fire is going to come down on there and cleanse it. And America's going to be cleansed too, but it ain't going to be rebuilt. And America's going to run right behind the state of Israel because America is owned by these small hats. They're going to run right in there, and they're going to go to war. And they're going to fight. And that's what you call the Third World War. There's not going to be a Fourth World War. He should have said that. He was better off saying there'll never be a Fourth World War, because it ain't. What Albert Einstein said, if there's going to be a Fourth World War, it's going to be fought with sticks and stones. Right? So you listen to the wrong man, you're going to be destroyed. Let's keep going in here. Ezekiel 38 and 8. After many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. What it said in NLT, a long time from now, you will be called into action, and to the distant future. We're in that future. We're in that distant future right now. That distant future is our present right now. A long time from now, you will be called into action. Yep. Russia's going to be called into action. In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel. Ooh. Shit. The Lord is cold, bro. It said, let's read it again. A long time from now, you will be called into action. Into the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war. And that's what's happening right now. That's exactly what's happening right now. They were just at the war in Gaza, the war between the state of Israel and Hamas. And what Trump say, you're going to be working together with America. We're going to be working with you. And there's going to be peace in the Middle East. They said it wouldn't happen, but now it's happening. There's never going to be a third world war. They said it was going to start well, I'll let him play. I'll let him say it.
As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world. It means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times, that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all. But it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III.
So he's covering. He doing what Elder Apostle Tahar said. The dude from IUIC doing. He trying to cover his ass. He's saying there won't be a World War III if we're smart. Hopefully there won't be a World War III. He's saying that because he knows it's going to happen. So he's selling y'all the dream, right? Oh man, everything is going as planned. Everything. We're reading the script. It's like we in the movie, we in a production. The movie's, being acted out in front of us, and we're like the directors behind it. We're not the directors. We're like the, Most High Yahweh Shai is the producer, but he got the writers behind the camera reading the script and watching it as it go along. So if anybody make a mistake, they're like, wait a minute, that ain't in the script. No World War III? That's not here. Oh, okay, I see what it is. This is the false hope section. I got it. Go on, keep going. Action, right? That's what's going on. So let's read that again. It says, a long time, Ezekiel 38 and 8, a long time from now, you will be called into action. In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war, and after its people have returned from many lands to the mountains of Israel. You and all your allies, a vast and awesome army, will roll down on them like a storm and cover the land like a cloud. Right? And this ain't talking about after 1,000 years of captivity, Nate. Talking about some God is going to rise up against us and fight. Man, you fucking bugging, man. It's talking about here. It's talking about right now. Right? So watch. Hey, let it go. We almost home, man. We almost the fuck out of this bitch, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm fucking talking about. But this dude is tripping, man. Somebody ain't gonna be no war. You fucking bugging, nigga. It's gonna be war, man. And it says, you and all your allies, a vast and awesome army, will roll down on them like a storm and cover the land like a cloud. This is what the sovereign Lord Yahweh Shai says. At that time, evil thoughts will come into your mind, and you will devise a wicked scheme. Right. So Putin, who wasn't there at this meeting that he's talking all this peace shit? Putin. Putin wasn't sitting in that room talking that shit. He ain't put his hands together with the state of Israel and said, we all cool, let's kumbaya it up. Nah. It's going to be an evil thought that's going to enter into Putin's mind. Like, you know what, man? I'm fucking tired of these niggas, man. I'm fucking tired of these small hats, bro. Let's get it on, man. Fuck these niggas, man. Fuck what they talking about, man. We going to go, man. Watch. I'm telling you, man. Hey, the scriptures have never been so clear, bro. It is clear. It is clear. It is fucking clear, bro. It said, this is what the sovereign Lord says. At that time, evil thoughts will come into your mind, and you will devise a wicked scheme. You will say, Israel is an unprotected land filled with unwalled villages. I will march against her and destroy these people who live in such confidence. Yep. I will go to those formerly desolate cities that are now filled with people who have returned from exile in many nations. I will capture vast amounts of plunder, for the people are rich with livestock and other possessions. Now they think the whole world revolves around them. And that's exactly what's happening with the state of Israel, man. Watch, man. Watch, man. Absolutely watch, man. This is beautiful. Call on Allah, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh Shai. Because the word of the Lord is true, is faithful and true. Watch, man. Because they're not going to do that to us. They're not going to come up in that. Nobody's coming into Israel to destroy Israel. Ever again after when we get home. The scripture says the nation's not going to know war no more. So that's how we know that's talking about right now. That's how we know this. We know it's talking about right now. Right? We know this talking about right now. All right, so I'll play this again and then we'll be out, man.
As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world, means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all. But it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. Hey, man, we almost out this bitch, man. Right? You can say peace and safety all you want. It's going to come. Right? Call on Allah, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh Shai. All praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect. Keep pushing, keep striving. We almost out of here. Hey, shalom.